So remember that car I've been driving in all of my videos before this? The silver one? Yeah, that thing's gone. I got this thing now. I've had it for about 2-ish months now, and I will show it to you. Most likely with completely over dramatic B-roll, but you can't tell me what to do. However, I did make this car a little bit of a mess. So I'm gonna make it a little more presentable for you. I'm starting to sweat so bad, it's so hot. Okay. The interior is a lot cleaner and I feel a lot better. I'm gonna take a little break just to tell you a little bit of the story that led up to this car. The air also doesn't hit very well back here, so if I start sweating, please bear with me, I'm sorry. To start with, I'm not a car person at all.
I'm a terrible driver, I know nothing about cars. I meant to learn about cars and then I forgot.
I swear, like 30 people have shown me how to check my oil levels, but yet I still wait for the check oil light to come on before I even make an appointment. So basically, I have no clue what's good about a car and what's not. I do, however, know exactly what I don't like about my last car. Not long after owning it, immediately the AC broke down and I had to get the entire AC unit replaced. And not long ago, I had to pay for the entire radiator to be replaced because there was a giant crack in it and it was leaking, causing my car to overheat over and over and over again. I had my car overheat in the middle of Central Phoenix, and that's not a fun experience at all. It was a 2007 Pontiac Grand Prix, so it was starting to get up there in age. Pair that with a driver who has no clue how to change a tire, and you have a recipe for a disaster. And that is true, by the way, I don't actually know how to change a tire. Like, I understand the basic concepts, like you jack up the car, you unscrew the bolts, you take the old tire off, put the new one on, screw it back in. But in practice, I'm like as good as a toddler with toy tools. There's actually a kind of funny, pretty pathetic story about that. 1 second. Forgot why I parked. As I was walking back, I dropped my cap to my drink, and that's lost forever. Also, I grabbed this thinking it was a regular Pepsi. It's a vanilla Pepsi, and it tastes like it's trying to be vanilla Coke, and it's failing really badly. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not that great either. So I was driving home from school. This was like my junior year in high school. And as I was driving, I felt my car start to like bounce. As I was driving, I was losing control. I was like aggressively jumping up and down. As soon as that was happening, I figured that I had blown a tire. I didn't know the extent of it. I didn't know how bad it was. But my stupid teenager brain was like, I can drive home like this. Because it was only a 10-minute drive. What would it hurt? It got so bad. No, I had to pull over. I called my dad, but he sucks at giving verbal instructions. So I was just left panicked and more confused until my saving grace was this random guy that pulled over right in front of me, and I was either about to get help or I was about to get murdered. Unfortunately, it was just help. He changed my tire for me, but the entire time he was low-key roasting me about that fact that I didn't know how to change a tire. So I got to deal with that. So in short, my old car was gross bad and falling apart, and I needed a new one, which led me to this thing. I gotta get all this off of my sunroof. My girlfriend puts her feet on the dash, I have to wipe off her footprints. Also, this air freshener that the car wash gave me smells amazing. I actually found this car on the second day that I was looking for a car. That's not hard to compare though, because on the first day, we went to a dealership, we had called ahead and asked for a specific car that we had found online. They said, yeah, come on in, you can test drive it and we'll have it all ready for you. We go in, and they don't have that car. It's not even on the lot. And the entire time that they're looking for this car, they're constantly trying to upsell us on like 30 other cars that were triple our budget. But on the second day, found this one, and it wasn't even ready yet. It was in the back, it was uncleaned, it hadn't had its inspections yet. But even before that, it was still really nice. Like on the inside mostly, the outside was still pretty dirty. I got to test drive it, I drove it down the freeway for like 20 minutes. It was the most confident I had ever felt driving, ever. For once in my life, I didn't feel like manslaughter was in my destiny. This had been the best car I'd looked at, and I had been to about 5 or 6 dealerships that day. And keep in mind, this was before it was even washed. The salesman that was helping us, who by the way was the absolute best, literally did everything in his power to make sure we got what we wanted. He was telling me the story of this car, and apparently it was owned by a retired policewoman who kept this car in absolute pristine condition. And hearing that just raised my confidence in the car. It could have been salesman bullshit, but the way he was talking, I doubt it. I'm also really bad at picking up on those things. And I decided that this was the car that I wanted. We went inside, we went over pricing and all that, and I literally got $1,000 for my steaming pile of shit. I had to leave the car there for 2 extra days, that way it could get its inspections and get cleaned and stuff. And in the meantime, I drove my dad's Lexus to and from work, which is pretty nice. Sorry if the air is way too loud. I'm off to go pick up my car though. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with the air because it's really hot. I'm in my dad's Lexus right now, which is really nice. I like it. I'm just waiting on my dad now. Don't know where he is. Where is he? If you thought I was gonna go over specs of the car, think again. I still don't know jack about it. Plus it's a Ford Fusion, not some custom monster. You can look it up. Yeah, this doesn't make sense to me. It does have Bluetooth audio though, which I actually really like. I didn't have that in my old car. Bluetooth audio.
Bluetooth audio, is that correct?
Yes. I'm waiting for the cart person to pass. He's dragging them carts. I don't want him to see me because I'm self-conscious about my hobby. There are those carts.